Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2. Now, in the last episode, we finally finished off Jid and Faircrack in the Windspear Hills. But now, it is time to finally visit one dwarf, the only dwarf in this town that can forge mystical artifacts. Now, this dwarf is Cromwell, located in the Docks district. And there are 3 items that we would like to make things out. One of them is probably just going to be sold. That's the Unkek shell that we can make an armor out of. The red dragon scales are probably going to be in my inventory for the moment. And the shadow dragon scales probably will be sold as well, or the item that we can make out of it. Other than that, I don't believe we actually have something that we might need at this point. I do believe that I'm going to go back to the Adventurers Mart after this to check back for special items that we can buy there, in case we have the money to do this. So I'm going to leave the party here, and then we're going to march down here to Cromwell's house, which is located here. Basically, he always says something like, well, we need like 1 day to finish things up, but he will always do it like instantly. So that's nothing you need to worry about. Just gonna head in. You can go in there alone, you don't need your party. And then we're gonna talk to Cromwell. Who are you? I am Draconia, pleased to meet you. I'd like to see what you have for sale. What sort of things do you make? Do I have anything you could forge an item into? The scale of a shadow dragon. What would that involve? 5,000? Sure, let's go ahead then, Cromwell. And he just works on his smithy and uses some kind of magical spell hammer. That is like forging him a magical armor. And for us, the Shadow Dragon armor. And that's it. That's all he does. Now, this is the Shadow Dragon scale +6. It has an armor class of 1 and increases the resistance to acid to 50%. Now, if we had someone like possibly a thief, perhaps someone like a druid, that's someone you can use this armor on very, very nicely. But since we only have like armored dudes like Anam and Kelvin both have something that has armor class 0 or lower, it's not gonna work. So what else is this? The red dragon scales. And again, 5,000 gold. At this moment, 5,000 gold is not really a lot of cash. I mean, I've got about 80,000 now, or even more, believe, after I've sold everything in the Copper Coronet. So basically, I'm around like maybe 100,000 or so. And well, that's so much cash, you can't even spend that on any item that you want to get at this point. It's just not happening, right? So, yeah. And this is one of the best items that you can get up to this point. This is an armor class of -1, a fire resistance of 50%. Basically, one of the best armors that you can get at this point. You can't equip it with a magic ring, of course, here. So we're gonna get that out of the way. Boom. -7. The good thing is, now we can, for example, give Animan that. However, we still have something that we'd like to forge. And that's an Unkek. Yes, please. I'm going to show you this one as well. Probably not going to wear it either. It's pretty lightweighted, so it's something for people that don't have a lot of strength but still need good protection. For example, a cleric is a possibility for this item. maybe more focused on dexterity or wisdom and constitution instead of strength, this item would suit a cleric very well, or a cleric fighter, perhaps. Now, I believe that's everything that we can... Yes, that's everything we could make. Now this is the Unkak Plate Mail +2. Also an armor class of 1. Basically only a weight of 25. If you compare it to, like, for example, this one, it has a weight of 30. Or if you compare it to this one, it's a weight of 70. So you can see that all these special items, also this one, weight of 10, is really, really good, weight-wise. Now, we're gonna go back to the group, because I want to go into the Adventurers Mart in Vulcan's Promenade before we continue on. This is probably going to be a more of a shopping video, since I've got some stuff to finish up before I'm going to continue the main storyline this time around. We're gonna go here. Maybe we'll even not continue the main storyline, but I want to get one item before we continue with the side quest. Yeah, I think I'm going to continue with the main storyline for now then, because there's one specific item that I want to get before moving on. Probably I should have gotten that item beforehand, but seeing as it doesn't really matter that much for now, it's probably a good idea to get it now, at least, not any later. It's a special mace that I want to get, and that mace you can only get once in the game, and I would like to get that as soon as I can. Now, let's talk to her. Daedra normally has something that I need. This one, for example, is definitely nice. That's for Aerie. Then we want the Plate of Baldur, who also has an armor class of -1. Definitely want to buy that. We don't want the Hellebarde. Basically it increases strength +1, intelligent wisdom down -1 each, but we don't need that. We want the Mercer Killer ring for Yarn. Definitely a good buy. The Sword of Baldur is basically a +2 sword, but increases law and magic resistance of 10% each. Want that for our main fighter, and I believe that should be it. Well, we've bought a lot of stuff here anyway already. How much money do we still have? 50,000, 60,000 even. Right. Yes, please. Let's have a look. I want to see if she has low magic resistance still. Once more. Don't think she does, no. Does she have time stop, I wonder? Don't think she has either. Nope, she doesn't. Alright. How about you? Do you have something I need? Or want at this point? I don't think he has either, but just gonna quickly check. It's been a long time since I've been in this place, so just want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything before moving on. This, for example, is a very nice shield. Probably going to buy that right now. This is missiles back for the attacker. I believe that could be used for you. It doesn't cost a lot, so just gonna buy that. Ring of Energy. Nah, 2d6 damage. We don't need that. However, would like to buy these. And that should be that, I believe. Just quickly going through this. Air control. Gonna buy these just to be sure. Alright. Now this is going to go in here. Because, you know, magic resistance, always nice. The shield is going to go to Animan. Should give him a nice missile protection stuff. Quite okay compared to Saving Grace, but still the other shield is better. Gonna sell this, gonna sell that. I believe this is probably going to put him up, yes. But that ring, for example, has a saving throw bonus, however, that doesn't matter so much right now. And I want to get this for Draconia, honestly. I'm gonna give you this. I believe actually this armor is less weightful than this one. But he has limited free action through this. I believe this might be a better idea though. Right. We're gonna sell this shield too. We don't need that right now. Right, Jan is gonna get this ring. Aerie is gonna get... This is giving her armor class 5, so you're gonna get these. That should give you a nice, well-rounded armor class. I believe you don't actually gain anything from these, so we're gonna sell them. You're gonna get this amulet, and you're gonna get this shield. This gives her a +1 armor bonus compared to this one, but missile attacks is always nice to have to reflect these.
The Adventure Mart's the finest shopping in all of Faerun. Widest selection,
I believe we shouldn't have anything that we would like to sell at this point other than 3 of these. Of course, I've already sold that off screen last time, so we don't have to go all through this. Right, now time to sell this stuff. Gives us a nice boost in gold again. Though we don't need it that much, honestly. Alright. Now that's that. And you're gonna get this key here. Same as this one. And I think that's that. Alright. Now it's time to go outside. And to go to a special place. And pick someone up quickly. You might think, well, what are we going to do if we're not going to do the main storyline quest? Well, there is one special place that we haven't yet been to in Athkatla, more to the point in the slums, which is a building at the top left side of the slums. You might think, well, you mean that big globe that is like grey, or rather brown? Yes, indeed that globe I mean. Now, I believe, if I'm not completely wrong, that I don't have to take the person I'm looking for into my party. But we shall see. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll find out. We need to go to Valiga's cabin up here. And you remember the quest of Tulgarius the mage that we have like gotten like 20 videos ago in the government district? He sent us on to a manhunt for Valiga Cortula, one of the rangers that kind of like, at least he said it, betrayed him and stuff like that. So basically Valiga ran from him and we were sent out to find him. Now, what he didn't tell us really is the point that there is a special place in the slums that I've talked about that can only be opened by the blood of the Cortulas. And that either means we need to get his body, or we're gonna get his help opening up that building. Now, since I'm not a murderer, I'm not going to take his blood. I would like to make sure that my party's full though, and that we can go inside and not actually take him on the party. But we'll see what happens. Hello!
Oh there.
We're just gonna go inside.
All ones are their servants, no doubt. By the gods, I swear you'll not live to take me to that damnable spear.
I am with the wizards, but they said nothing of a sphere. What do you speak of? Yes. 5 centuries, that's a very long time. then they have not been entirely truthful to me. How do you propose we solve this? Alright. Right, you have a few options here at this point, what you can do. I agree. Join with me and we shall see what's inside of Sphere of yours. Alright, let's go. We don't need to tell him anything about this. However, we need to make sure that one of our companions stays behind for the moment. Or rather goes back to the Copper Coronet. Since I don't want to get Animan out of the party, since that would interrupt like this romantic relationship and stuff, I'm gonna pick Jan. Since Jan already has done his questing and should be fine.
Are we to separate on this note?
Yes. Alright. Slums look for the tower. You can miss it. Yeah, he's gonna go back to his own tower. That's also fine. I mean, the only thing that we're interested in is opening up the sphere. We don't want Valaga to stay in our party. The good thing is, we don't need to. Also, I don't believe we can actually get away from... Oh, bears!
So be it. I am your doom.
Well, that was a lot of damage, I think, from the Lear. Not exactly sure how much, but a lot, I think. What level would he be, in theory? A level 10. Well, I'm level 13, thank you, no. Right, back to the slums we go. The good thing is Jan is waiting in his turret for us. And that's all that's important right now. What you want to have at this point, however, when you want to enter the sphere, is you want to have at least 2 ranged weapons, or basically you need 1 ranged weapon, doesn't need ammunition and can hit things that are +3 or better. At best you have 2, maximum of course 3, but at least 1 to be able to hit things that are +3 or better. Now what you also should prepare in this case is you should have the right gear. Having weapons, and that mean melee weapons at this point, that are +3 and better, is more or less a necessity.
This is it.
Yes, thank you.
This is the planar...
If you don't have that, you might have a little bit of trouble. Right, we're gonna open this, and then... Stop it. Then we're gonna reform the group, and set him out of here. Boom.
Are we through?
No, we split
As
up.
you wish. If you change your mind,
Alright, we'll go there if you
Still like
need it
travel.
again.
I still think I have much to see in this world.
Right, we're gonna go down here. I'm gonna pick up Jan again. You might think, well, why would you pick up Valaga if you can just basically open this door? Well, you can't open this door unless you have his body, or if you just bring him here. And that's one of the big problems. I never figured out why I should bring him here, but I need to if I want to open the sphere. And you also might think, well, why would you go into the sphere at all? And there's one item in there that I definitely want to get to be able to forge Crom Fair later on, and that's Gauntlets of Ogre Strength. The gauntlets themselves aren't that bad either. They set your strength to 18/00, so you have a good amount of strength on your main character, if you would like to do this. No. Oh, is he really upstairs? Jan, really? So these gauntlets are really, really good. And you should take them and pick them up, definitely. Jan, where are you? Is he still in the quarterless place? Or is he downstairs, perhaps? I remember him not to be somewhere else, actually. Huh. Maybe I should have picked Airy. I know. Oh, there he is.
Well, by Aunt Petunia's beard. A ghost from my past? Looking to buy some turnips, perhaps?
There we go. Jan's back in the party. Let's go. Now, he doesn't lose any gear, and you don't lose anything out of his inventory. He still stays the very same that you left him at this point, which is very nice.
If you say so.
Now you might think, well, you could also go in with Valiga. Yes, you can go in with Valiga. I mean, it's a possibility, you don't need to do it. But I'm focusing more on getting all party members that I want to keep in the entire game up to the level that I want them to. And sometimes I just don't want to do it any way else. Because I really think that keeping all the party members together and knowing each one's specific talent in the fight, especially in the planisphere, which is one of the places that you don't want to get unless you know what you're going to do, is really important at this point. I really think so. The sphere is a place, it's a rough place if you don't know what's going on. Or can be, anyway. Now I'm preparing this for next time, because the sphere is going to be a longer part. So, I'm going to end it here, and I will see you all next time.